So earliest memories of music would be things like my dad introduced me to Deep Purple and my mum introduced me to folk like Bob Dylan and Van Morrison. I got my first guitar when I was 14, and when I left school at 16 I went straight into music college at Aberdeen, and a couple of years of introductory courses, then the HNC, HND in composition and musical performance. When I first moved down to Glasgow, it was initially helping people out with their gigs, so a lot of transferable skills from recording my own music ended up having me engineer for bands live and engineer for small promoters and their wee gigs, so like tiny wee PAs, tiny little mixing desks, 1 or 2 channels, and it progressed from there until I was running my own gigs and running like a 16-channel mixing desk and slightly bigger PA. Around that time I met Mike Harrison, and that was when I realised that I really wasn't a sound engineer by any means and had a lot of learning to do from that point in. I had a semi-unofficial apprenticeship with a guy, I suppose. I'd done a lot of technician work. That's more kind of running around the stage, cabling up, humping gear. There's a lot of transferable skills in that, and doing X amount of work with them over 3-4 years got me to a point where I could work professionally myself and up to a much higher standard and much higher capability. So I'm part of a company, Whereabouts Productions. It started about 18 months ago. My role at Whereabouts is head technician and mix engineer. So I'll go in, set everything up, hit record for the bands, and then we'll take it away and mix it all and give them the final product. Everyone that works for Whereabouts has a background specifically in photography or composition. That way we can speak to our clients directly about the product that they want in a language that they'll understand, rather than coming from a tech side and freaking them out with numbers and microphone types. We have to make ourselves stand out from the competition. In order to do that, we curate what artists we work with. We only bring in artists whose work we like. Visual and audio. I have the audio background, so I have a high quality control on what comes in. We won't work with just any 15-year-old indie band. It has to be a little bit different, it has to be pushing the creative relevance a little bit. So my advice to any student just leaving college would be to take any job they can possibly get and learn how to do it when they've started it. You have to throw yourself in the deep end. You've got to just get whatever jobs you can. You need to not pick nonsense up and get sidetracked by projects that are going to take all your time for a little return. You need to see a return for the work you're putting in. But that might not be financial, that might be a networking opportunity, or the offer of a favour in the bank.
Take your ticket and join the queue. The holiday of a lifetime is waiting for you.